Okay, another video. While digging around and changing out the governor springs, you know, you want to pull out your fuel solenoid shutoff valve here. And this is very typical. The boot's ripped and gone. This thing pops out. A lot of times this is just rusty or doesn't work well or whatever. So this thing just fell right out. Yeah, so needless to say, it's time to replace it. Bracket's okay. I could have reused the bracket. But with the new solenoid, the shutoff solenoid, make sure you look at what, you know, you have the right prongs. There's two different types. I've actually accidentally ordered the wrong one before. Don't do that. Anyway, this is the new one. I think it was $100. I'll link below what, you know, I got it on Amazon. This is the second one I've put in, not in this truck, but in our other Dodge. So I know it's good. It does come with brackets, mounting hardware if you want it. I'm still going to use the old screws. Even the actual fuel plate for down below, but you don't need that. In fact, you don't even need this. You can use, you know, your old stock bracket. When you're putting this in, if you don't think it fits, be sure you're not trying to shove it in that way, because this little zip tie will butt against this back and it won't let it go all the way in. So don't be confused by that, or just, you know, spin the zip tie around if you want. Whatever, stick it wherever you want. Let's stick it this way. And yeah, so I'm going to be replacing it just to show you where that goes real quick. My headlamp is still working. Talking about, since you're in here doing governor springs anyway, it's always good to see. Well, the plate's gone, but it goes down right in here. I just pulled the plate off. There's two screws on the top here, and then there's one on the side. And of course, looking down here, what it does is it connects to this fuel arm here and then pulls it up and holds it up when the ignition is on. And then when you cut the ignition, it drops it down, cuts the fuel, and kills the motor. So if you can't ever shut your diesel off, typically it's because that is faulty and it's either not dropping down or it's disconnected and the fuel thing is just stuck up. I've had that happen where you turn it off and it just keeps running, and I freaked out, and it's, yeah, a lot of fun. So that's it. I'll be replacing that. I don't really need to do a follow-up video on that because it's not really going to run better. I could do an adjustment video on it. One thing, actually I could mention that here. One thing, when you're adjusting this, you know, this may just come adjusted properly, but when you're adjusting this, maybe I'll try and show you here. Turn the ignition on. What you want to do is you want to turn the ignition on so that this is sucked all the way up into its clamped position. And when it is, you want this, you know, when the fuel arm is completely up, when it's against the bracket here. This is going to be a bad video, and I apologize for this. I got to get my screen back on so I can see what I'm doing. You want, when the fuel arm is all the way up, you want just a little bit, don't have these bolts on the top tightened down, you want just a tiny bit of gap, like a 1/16, or you can go 1/8 of an inch if it makes you feel good, between the bracket here and the solenoid in full on position. And then when it's there, you're good. You can tighten that down. That's how you adjust these, and you just adjust it here. It's a 10 millimeter and a 5/8. I think it's 5/8. I could probably substitute for a 16 millimeter open, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Anyway, there's better adjustment videos than what I just showed you here. I'm just giving you the quick rundown. Look it up, Dodge Cummins fuel solenoid adjustment. They'll all say the same thing. That's really important because you're not going to get full fuel if this is not adjusted right, because what it's going to do is it's going to hold this arm, like when it's in the on position, it's not going to hold it all the way up, and you'll be missing out on that little extra fuel at the top if this is adjusted too far down. So adjusting this is critical. You can't just buy this and throw it on. I will say that. So that's the end of my spiel. We'll put this on since we're in there. Just thought I'd make a quick video on it. It's just one of those other things you got to do with Dodges. And it's important that this is adjusted properly, because if it's not, like I said, you're going to miss out on your fueling. You could have a lot more horsepower and a lot more fuel in there and not even ever know it. And that's it. Talk to you later.